Hi everyone, I'm Carrie Etheridge, Communications Manager and Internal Consultant for USC Business Operations Change Case, the USC eMarket New User Interface. Before we launch into the change, you're probably wondering, so what is the USC eMarket? Well, it's an electronic or e-procurement system that replaces and automates many of the formerly paper-based business processes. It lets end users do all their shopping and requisitions electronically, sends the order to the vendor, and online receiving becomes the authorization to pay. Here's a quick visual of the process. Similar to shopping online with Amazon, shoppers and requisitioners create carts by adding items. Carts turn into requisitions through submission to the approval workflow. After successfully navigating the approval workflow, it becomes a purchase order, which is sent to the vendor, typically via email or fax. Receiving or invoice payment authorization is required on purchases totaling more than $5,000. When invoices are received, accounts payable enters them into the eMarket. Approvals and exceptions come next, and then payment to the vendor. So there you have it in a nutshell, the entire purchasing to pay process at USC. Here are a few key statistics from the USC eMarket's first year to put into perspective the broad impact of this change. The eMarket has a user base of 5,600 users. This represents 812 unique users per day and 2,200 unique users per month. So there's a lot of traffic on the site. These users had generated last year 104,000 plus requisitions, which were turned into over 98,000 purchase orders. Invoices, 195,000 invoices for a total spend of $1 billion last year. Yes, that's billions, billion with a B. So what are the benefits, strengths, etc. of this whole system? Well, first of all, the system's paperless. It's very user-friendly and it offers greater transparency than the old system. From a weaknesses perspective, the university has gone through a lot of change and they're pretty much on overload right now. To top that off, the technology is relatively untested and we've had insufficient resources because the technology is so new. Not a lot of people out there know what to do with it. The opportunities are, because it does end up making the workday go quicker, it's allowing departments to reassess their staffing needs and offering opportunities for professional development for people to learn new skills. It's also, as I said, increasing efficiency, allowing people to get through their jobs quicker each day. Of the threats, the system, as I said, is new, therefore it's rather unstable because it hasn't had enough opportunity to be tested yet. When we do find that we need to make changes to the system, the vendors, who have other clients to consider besides USC, are sometimes uncooperative in wanting to make those changes. Topping that off is our inside resources are competing on other projects, as there are lots of changes going on at USC right now, so resources are stretched really thin on competing projects. So what's the new user interface all about? Well, the primary change is the navigation and the look and feel of it. The new look and feel is tablet and smartphone compliant, so that you can use your tablets or your smartphones and a touch screen, and it's very easy to learn and very quick and very familiar. There's also some new functionality in the system that wasn't there before. For example, you can bookmark pages that you frequently visit rather than trying to navigate to them. The pilot program is starting on August 19th, and the campus is going live in a rolling schedule for winter 2013-2014. So what's the goal of the pilot program? We're going to collect constructive feedback on training materials and develop super users within the units of the pilot group to support full campus go live. There's a dedicated website for the pilot group training materials that includes a Navigation 101 video that's quite interesting if you wanted to see this demonstration firsthand of what the whole system looks like. We've also consolidated the original training guides from 80 down to 20 at the request and feedback of the people using the system for the last year. Finally, feedback is going to be collected with an online survey tool that's going to look familiar to a lot of you. And now we'll take a quick look at some of these features. the dedicated website featuring yours truly, listing all of the training materials that we have available for the pilot group. And here you have a lovely Qualtrics survey feedback form to get their feedback on each of the manuals so that we can be incorporating changes in real time before we go live to the rest of the campus. Unless you think that all of this sounds very dry, we also do have a little bit of fun coming up with these cute takeaways to give people, like this little koala shopping cart. We also sponsor contests monthly, and one of the first ones we did, as you can see here, is where's the shopping cart? We encouraged users to stroll around the campus or be creative and find different scenarios to put the shopping cart into. And as you can see, the shopping cart is visited with everyone from newborn babies to the Dalai Lama, and even made a trip to the moon. So there you have it in 5 minutes. That's the USC e-market. If you have any questions, you know where to find me, and happy shopping.